Liam, I'm sorry. Would you mind just having a ready meal for dinner tonight? We have a few in the freezer. You can have whichever you want.
Huh? You want me to heat something up for myself?
I'm feeling really dizzy today. It would be really hard for me to cook like this.
You already quit work and now you're having me do things around the house, too?
I'm sorry. It's not like I want to be sick. So can you stop saying things like that?
Sure. What a surprise you're using your sickness as an excuse again.
Hey, come on.
We were barely getting by with the both of us working. Now that you've quit your job, I'm suddenly supporting both of us. Do you even realize how tough this is for me? Try putting yourself in my shoes.
Of course I feel bad about that, but aren't married couples supposed to support each other at times like this? In sickness and in health, remember? Besides, the reason we were barely scraping by, even back then, was because of all the money you wasted.
Hey, all the money I spend is for work. Since you're just a woman, you might not understand, but men need to socialize and network to get ahead in the workplace. We're even judged by what we were, so of course I'm going to need to buy clothes once in a while too.
Still, I don't bend as much as you do. Isn't everyone around you making the same salary, anyway?
The clients obviously aren't. You have no idea what you're talking about, so don't talk to me about my work. Besides, you're not even working, right? You're living on my salary. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
So could you stop nagging me? Also, if you want to cut your spending so bad, why don't you start with yourself?
Yes, I understand. And it's not like I'm buying new clothes every month, like you do.
But you eat 3 times a day, don't you?
Huh? Yes.
Even though you don't work and basically sleep all day? You think someone like that should be eating so much. From now on, how about you just eat my leftovers? That way our food budget can be cut in half, too.
Wait. Are you being serious?
You want us to save money, don't you? Besides, you don't even do anything all day. How hungry can you possibly get?
I'm still alive. Of course I get hungry. Maybe I don't need to eat as much as when I was working, but when I'm not feeling too bad, I still do all the housework.
Whatever, try living as a food disposal unit for a while. You might even like it. We'll definitely save money that way. If you want me to save money so bad, you should show me how it's done.
I understand. But do you even realize how horrible you're being to me? I can't believe how suddenly you changed since I got sick and stopped working. Was I nothing but another source of income to you?
Huh? This is your own fault. You're the one who was talking about saving money. You know whose fault it is that we have less money? This is all because of you getting sick, isn't it?
I'm sorry. I get it already. It's all my fault.
This is all because of you getting sick, isn't it? Just don't forget, it's my hard work keeping the lights on. So you have no right to complain to me.
Liam, can I ask you for something? I have a hospital appointment tomorrow, so could you give me $100 when you get home?
What? $100?
I don't think it'll be that expensive, but it's better to be on the safe side.
Are you sure you're not just going to use the money to buy something for yourself on the way home?
Of course not. I've always shown you all the receipts, haven't I? Of course I'm gonna give you back any money that's left over.
And didn't I just give you some pocket money the other day?
That was just for food, right? It's not enough to pay for the hospital, too.
You know, are you even trying to save money? It seems like our money is just disappearing.
So just give me back my own debit card. If I use my own savings, you have no complaints, right?
I'm not just giving you money while you keep living on my dime. Didn't we already decide I'd be in charge of all of our money? Don't complain now.
Liam, seriously, what's up with you? I never asked you to manage my bank account. Aren't you practically robbing me? To be frank, I don't know how much longer I can live like this. I've been thinking of moving back to my parents' house, so I can focus on getting better.
What? What are you talking about? After all I've done for you, this is how you repay me?
I'm thankful for you supporting me. But be honest, you don't like me being in the house all the time, do you? Ever since I got sick, you've been treating me worse and worse. I'm not begging you to pity me for my illness or anything, but I expected you to be a bit more considerate at least.
If I wasn't being considerate, I'd have kicked you to the curb a long time ago. Day after day, staying cooped up in the house with a miserable look on your face. I let you live there all this time, completely free.
I've just been eating leftovers every day. And to save money, I don't even use the heating. All while you've been drinking and coming home late pretty much every single day.
So what? I told you, I have to drink with a lot of people for work. Plus my boss was replaced by some woman, so I'm more stressed than ever. She's been flooding me with work.
You're flooded with work, yet you're still going drinking every day. If you have that much money to spare, we could be living so much more comfortably.
Why should I have to save money for your sake? It's my own money I'm spending, right? Who are you to complain? I'm the one working.
Yeah, I understand that.
You really don't get it. Right. I've decided. As a punishment, you're not going to the hospital.
Excuse me?
We'll save money that way, right? It's not like you're gonna get better if you go. You've been stuck at home for 3 months already, right? Why are we still wasting money on medicine?
What are you talking about? Isn't that putting the cart before the horse? If I want to get better, of course, I have to keep getting treatment.
But like I said, it's pointless. Wouldn't you rather just save on hospital bills? That way, you could even start eating more than just leftovers.
I really don't know what to do. Do you have any idea how insane you sound?
I really don't know what to do with you either. Do you really think you can live without me? Your dad's already dead. And your mom's in the hospital, so your family home's empty, isn't it? And to top it off, you have your illness. Do you really think you can live alone?
And despite all that, I'd still rather be alone than with you. I don't think I'll ever get better if I keep living like this. Anyway, just give me back my bank account.
Shut up! I'm busy right now. This conversation is over.
You can't just end the conversation.
When I get home, I'm not giving you any money, you know. So hurry up and cancel your hospital appointment tomorrow. And don't waste any more of my money. Ella, where are you? And what were you thinking? Leaving all the drawers in the house wide open like that? You left the house a total mess. Don't tell me you took your health insurance card without my permission.
So what if I did?
Don't play games with me. Who said you could go to the hospital, come home right now?
You're pretty demanding, aren't you? For someone who's never seen his wife again.
My wife. Who is this? Is it not Ella?
Your lovely wife, Ella, is sleeping at the hospital right now. This is your boss, Liam.
Susan, you mean my manager.
Yes, that's right. I'm using Ella's phone.
Susan, thanks for everything at work. But, could I ask why you're with my wife?
Because there was some urgent matters I needed to discuss with you. So I went directly to your house. But it seems like you haven't been home since yesterday. And then while I was talking to your wife, she collapsed. So of course I took her to the hospital.
I'm so sorry for the trouble my wife caused you. But, why did you need to see me on a weekend?
Didn't I already say? There are some things I have to talk to you about. Well, at the very least, I guess I've learned how useless of a man you are. Would you mind coming into the office right now?
Of course! I'll be right there! But I apologize if I smell of alcohol. I've been drinking a little. Is that all right?
Your wife is having such a hard time, but you seem in pretty good spirits, don't you?
My friend forced me to drink with him. I'm terribly sorry.
If you're sober enough to talk, then it's fine. Also, please bring all of your wife's bank cards.
Huh, why do you want me to bring those?
Because your wife asked for them. Didn't she tell you already? How she wants to leave you.
That's a little personal.
I heard you don't even give her enough money to live. And not letting a sick person go to the hospital? Do you think that's acceptable? Do you understand how cruel your actions have been?
Please excuse me, but I don't think my private life is really any of your concern.
No, it really is.
Ha!
You've been embezzling company funds, haven't you? If you try to run away now, you'll be in even deeper water. Since you're currently under surveillance. I don't want to hear any excuses. So just come straight to the office with your wife's bank cards right now.
Ella, when are you coming home? I'm begging you. Please come home soon. I promise I'll apologize for everything up until now.
You've probably heard from Susan already. But I'm divorcing you.
I don't want to divorce. I'm really sorry for taking you for granted up until now. I promise I'll become a better man from now on.
You mean like the kind of man who steals from his company to go drinking? Or the kind of man who steals my sickness benefit checks? You're gonna be a better man? Do you even believe your own words?
I'm really sorry.
Also, you were trying to take my savings from before we met too, weren't you? It seems like you got locked out for guessing my PIN number wrong too many times.
I was really struggling for money. The truth is, I'm in a lot of debt.
I know. I heard everything from your boss, Susan. It was all for another woman too, right? I'm totally speechless. You were really just using me for money, after all.
It's not like that. It wasn't until after we got married that I met that bartender. But I just thought she was a really good person, so I wanted to help her with money. I didn't think I was doing anything wrong.
Even though you went as far as embezzlement to support her? Your feelings must have been really strong. I really can't understand. Well, not that I want to anyway.
I get it already. I'll never go to that bar again.
By won't go, you actually mean can't go, right? But aren't you relieved? If you pay back the money embezzled, your company's not filing a police report, right?
I'm still screwed. I can't stay at my office anymore, so they're demoting me and sending me off to a subsidiary. And I have to keep working till the debt's paid off.
Wow, they're even giving you a place to work after done? What a nice company.
How are they nice? They've cut my salary in half. And I still have debts I got into before the embezzlement. Things really couldn't be worse.
And? What, do you expect me to feel sorry for you? Aren't these just the consequences of your own actions?
Ella, from the bottom of my heart, I'm sorry. Recently, I've been thinking about nothing but money. Even though you've been so sick.
You're realizing this now?
I promise I'll treasure you from now on. I'll do everything I can to help you get better. So I'm begging you, let me make things up to you. I've realized I need someone like you by my side.
Someone like me or like that girl from the bar? You know, the one you embezzled money for? I really don't think I can help you.
That's not true. I just got so used to how perfect you are and started taking you for granted. But now, I'm really a new person.
You can be whoever you want, but do you mind keeping me out of it? You keep saying you want to fix things between us. But are you sure you don't just want to get to my monthly sickness benefits, or my savings? You can't hide your intentions anymore.
I said it's not like that. You've got to believe me. I promise, I've changed. Without you by my side, I don't know what I'll do.
I really don't care about what trash like you does.
Ha!
Making his sick wife eat his leftovers every day. And even stopping her from going to the hospital. Do you think anyone would want to make things up with a guy like that? Have you already forgotten everything you did? Even when we were both working, you left all the housework to me. And still, as soon as I became sick, you turned on me. I really never want to see your face again.
Ella, I'm really so sorry. I really regret everything. I'm sorry. Please save me. I really can't go on alone.
I really don't care if you live or die. But please at least sign the divorce papers first. Susan's bringing them to you next meeting, so don't forget to sign them.
Don't abandon me. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Aren't you the one who abandoned me first? And besides, if I took you back, I'd be wasting a lot of money, wouldn't I? Breaking up with you has been the biggest money saver of my life. I managed to divorce my husband thanks to the help of his boss, Susan. The divorce won pretty smoothly. Also, we didn't have a lot of share property to divide, but thanks to all the mental stress he put me under while I was sick, he ended up having to pay me some compensation. Ever since my husband was demoted, he's been spending his days working hard to pay off all his debts. And even though his company never pressed charges, he embezzled quite a large amount of money. So of course, if he ever tries to run before it's paid off, the police will be informed. I also heard my in-laws cut ties with them after they heard about everything that happened. They were even worried about me becoming single while I was so ill, and went as far as helping me move. So thanks to them, I'm back home now and recovering steadily. I can go visit my mother in the hospital more often too now. And best of all, I'm finally free from that husband of mine. I really feel like my sickness is finally making a turn for the better. I even get the occasional call from Liam's parents and his old boss, Susan. I'm truly grateful I've been able to meet so many wonderful people who genuinely care about me. For now, I'm gonna keep focusing on getting better, in hopes of paying back their kindness as soon as I can.
Hi Ira, it's been a long time.
Dad? Is it really you? It's been 10 years since we last spoke.
Yes, it's me. I know it's been a long time, and I'm sorry for that.
Why are you contacting me now? After all this time?
I know I've made a mistake. I've realized that I hurt you and the rest of the family by leaving and committing adultery. I want to make things right.
I don't know what to say. I can't believe you're apologizing after all this time.
I understand that it might be hard for you to forgive me, but I want to try to make things right. I miss you and I want to have a relationship with you.
I don't know if I'm ready for that yet, but I appreciate that you're trying to make amends.
I understand. I just want you to know that I'm here and I want to be a part of your life again.
It's going to take time for me to process all of this, but I'm glad that you're acknowledging your mistake and trying to make things right.
Thank you, Ira. I'll give you space and time to think about everything, but please know that I'm here whenever you're ready.
Okay, thanks for understanding. Hey Lena, guess what? Dad texted me out of the blue and he wants to talk to me.
What? Dad? Did he really talk to you?
Yes, he did. He said he wants to make amends for his past mistakes.
I can't believe this. After all these years, he suddenly decides to reach out to you. Why now?
I don't know, maybe he realized his mistake and wants to make things right.
Don't be too naive, Ira. You know how he abandoned us and Mom. He doesn't deserve our trust or forgiveness.
I understand that, Lena. But I also feel that it's worth giving him a chance. People can change, and he seems sincere in his apology.
I'm just worried that he might hurt you again. Please be careful, Ira.
He said he was sorry for what he did in the past, Lena. He wants to talk to me and make amends.
Sorry doesn't mean anything, Ira. Dad abandoned us for years and cheated on Mom. He doesn't deserve your forgiveness so easily.
I know, Lena, but people can change. Maybe he's really sorry and wants to make things right.
Don't be too naive, Ira. You can talk to him if you want, but be careful. He may have other intentions.
I understand your concern, Lena. But I think I should give him a chance to explain himself. It's been years and I need closure.
It's your decision, Ira. Just don't expect too much from him. He hurt us in the past, and it's not easy to forget that.
I know that Dad hurt us in the past, but what if he really wants to make things right now?
I understand that you want to believe that, but you have to be careful. Dad has a history of making promises and not keeping them. He abandoned us and committed adultery. It's not something that can be easily forgiven.
I know, but people can change. Maybe he's realized his mistakes and wants to make amends.
Maybe he has, but you have to be cautious. Don't get your hopes up too high, Ira. You don't want to be disappointed again.
I'll keep that in mind, Lena. But I don't want to completely shut him out either. I want to give him a chance to talk to me.
That's understandable, Ira. It's ultimately up to you. Just don't be too shocked if his intentions aren't as pure as he says they are.
Dad still keeps in touch. Dad always sends me gifts, expensive gifts. Dad always texts me to check in. Recently, however, Dad keeps saying that his health is not good.
Hi Ira, have you received the gift that I sent you?
Yes, Dad, I have received it, but I haven't opened it yet.
Why not? Go ahead and open it. I hope you like it.
Thank you, Dad. I appreciate the gift, but I think it's too expensive. I need to ask Mom's opinion before accepting it.
Ira, you're my daughter. As your father, it's my responsibility to take care of you. You don't have to worry about the value of the gift. Just take it and enjoy it.
Okay, Dad. I will accept it. Thank you for being so kind to me.
You're welcome, Ira. I just want to make things right and mend our relationship.
Speaking of relationships, why didn't you and Lena contact each other?
Well, Lena is still holding a grudge against me for my past mistakes. She doesn't want to forgive me, so she refused to contact me.
I see. It's sad that she's still holding on to the past. I hope she can find it in her heart to forgive you one day.
Yes, I hope so too. But for now, I'm just happy that you and I can communicate and have a good relationship. Actually, Dad's health hasn't been good lately.
Oh no, Dad. What's going on? What kind of help do you need?
Well, as you know, I have been diagnosed with blood cancer, and the doctors have recommended a bone marrow transplant. They have tested your siblings and unfortunately, they are not a match. I was hoping that you might be willing to get tested to see if you're a match for me.
OMG, Dad! Don't worry, Dad. I'll do everything I can to help you. We'll get through this together.
Ira, I know this is a lot to take in, but I need your help. I need a marrow transplant to cure my blood cancer. And you are my daughter, my flesh and blood. Will you please consider donating your marrow?
Dad, I need some time to think about this. I know it's a serious situation, but donating marrow is not a simple decision. It involves a lot of medical procedures and risks. I need to weigh the pros and cons and understand everything that's involved.
I understand, Ira. I just hope you'll seriously consider it. I'm not getting any younger, and time is of the essence, but ultimately, it's your decision, and I'll respect whatever you choose.
Dad, I know everything you go through. But give me some time to think.
Ira, I hope you can consider the relationship between father and daughter. I'm willing to do anything to make up for my mistakes, and I hope you can give me more time to make it up to you. You can start by donating bone marrow to me so I can recover from my illness.
I understand, but I need to talk to Mom about this first. She should be involved in this decision.
Ira, this is a small matter that we can handle. We don't need to involve your mother.
Dad, this is not a small matter. Donating bone marrow is a big decision and I need to consider all aspects of it.
I understand, but please think about the relationship between us. I want to spend more time with you and make things right. Donating bone marrow will give us that chance.
I need to think about it, Dad. It's not an easy decision to make.
Okay, I understand. Just remember that I love you and I want to make things right. Let's work together to heal our family.
Dad, I do appreciate the effort you have made to try and mend our relationship. But I still feel like it's important to discuss this with Mom and Lena.
Why do you need to involve them in this? We can handle this ourselves.
I understand that, but they are still a part of our family. I want to make sure that we are all on the same page and that everyone's feelings are being considered.
But do you want to repair our relationship or not? It seems like you are not willing to make an effort.
That's not true, Dad. I don't think my dad thinks like that. I want to repair our relationship, but I don't want to do it at the expense of causing more problems with Mom and Lena. They are important to me too.
I see your point, but I really think we can handle this ourselves. But Ira, you should understand how much I can do for you that your mother can't do for you. Expensive gifts, taking you to famous restaurants. This is difficult for your mother, but I can let you do what you like.
Dad, I appreciate your efforts to keep the relationship between us, but I don't think everything can be solved with money.
I understand what you're saying, Ira, and I want to show you that I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make things right between us. I know I made mistakes in the past, but I want to change and be a better father to you.
I appreciate your efforts to keep the relationship between us, but I don't think everything can be solved with money. Donating marrow is a big decision, and I need to think about it carefully.
I just want you to know that I am willing to do anything to make things right between us. And if you need financial help for anything, I am here to support you.
Dad, but I don't want to feel like I owe you anything. And I don't want to make a decision about donating marrow just because of money.
I don't want you to feel pressured or obligated in any way. I just hope you can see that I am trying to make things right and that I want to be a part of your life.
I know you are, Dad.
Just know that I am here for you, Ira, no matter what, and I hope we can work things out and have a better relationship in the future.
Marrow donation is a serious medical procedure, and I need to think about it carefully. Plus, I can't just leave my mom and sister here in this house.
I understand your concerns, Ira, but think about it, if you come to America to study, you can have a better life. And with the money I can provide, we can get a better house for the family. It's a win-win situation.
Dad, I know you want the best for me, but I can't just leave my family behind. And I can't make such a big decision just based on money. And regarding the marrow donation, I need to talk to my doctor and make sure it's safe for me to do so.
I understand, Ira. But please keep in mind that I'm doing all of this because I want to mend our family's relationship. I hope you can help me in this regard.
I know, Dad. And I appreciate your efforts. But let's not make any hasty decisions. Let's talk to Mom and Lena, and we'll figure something out together.
Okay, Ira.
I've been thinking a lot, and texting my mom to ask for advice is the right thing to do during this time. Hi, Mom. I wanted to talk to you about something.
Sure, what is it, Ira?
Dad has been trying to contact me for a while now. I was so worried maybe this made you feel angry or not. Because Dad made Mom sad a lot, right?
Yes, I knew about that. I didn't stop you from talking to him. Because I thought it was time to let go of the past and give your father a chance to make things right.
I understand that, but I'm not sure if I'm ready to forgive him just yet.
Actually, I think you're grown up and need privacy, and it's sooner or later that you contact your father, so I can't say more about this. That's okay, Ira. You don't have to forgive him right away. But if you're having trouble, you can always talk to me about it.
Thanks, Mom. I just wanted to make sure you knew what was going on. Actually, I need to talk to you about Dad.
What's going on with your dad?
Well, he's been in contact with me lately, and he mentioned that his health hasn't been good.
Oh, really? Why does he tell you about his health?
I'm not sure, Mom. Maybe he wanted to tell me directly.
Well, I think you should ask about your own health too. Don't forget to take care of yourself.
Yeah, I will. But, Mom, do you think we should reach out to Dad and offer our support?
Ira, I know you want to help, but you have to remember that he left us a long time ago. It's not our responsibility to take care of him now.
I understand that, but he's still my father, and I don't want to regret not reaching out to him if something happens.
I can see where you're coming from, but you have to be careful. You don't want to get hurt again, right?
I know, Mom. But I want to try and mend things with him, even if it's just a little bit.
All right, Ira. You should make it clear to me so you don't have to go around.
Mom, I know that Dad has been absent for a long time, but he's sick now and he needs my help. He has blood cancer and he needs a marrow donor to survive.
I understand that, Ira, but your father abandoned us for so many years. He made his choice to leave us, and now he expects you to be there for him. It's not fair.
I know it's not fair, but he's still my father. And if there's a way I can help him, I want to do it.
So what does Dad want from his family?
Dad has been in contact with me and he told me he has blood cancer. He needs a marrow donor to prolong his life, and he asked me to donate.
Ira, I understand that this is a difficult situation for you. But your dad abandoned us for so long, and now he expects you to donate marrow for him? That's not fair. You should not feel obligated to do this for him.
I know, Mom. But he's my father, and I don't want him to suffer. Plus, if I donate marrow to him, I might be able to save his life.
Ira, your dad may be your father, but he hasn't acted like one for so long. You shouldn't feel guilty for not wanting to help him. It's not your responsibility to fix his mistakes.
But what if he really needs it, Mom? What if he dies without it?
I understand your concerns, Ira. But you have to remember that your dad made his choices. You shouldn't feel responsible for the consequences of his actions. Your health and well-being should come first.
I know, Mom. It's just hard to see him suffering like this.
I understand, Ira. It's not an easy situation, but you have to make the decision that's best for you. Whatever you choose, know that I support you and will be here for you.
I get your point, Mom.
Ira, please don't be sad. You have nothing to feel guilty about. Your father has been absent for so long, and it's not fair for him to come back into your life now, only when he needs something from you.
I just feel like I should do something. He's still my dad, and I don't want him to suffer.
I understand that, but you have to consider your own well-being too. Donating marrow is a serious medical procedure, and it's not something to be taken lightly. And besides, you have no obligation to help someone who hasn't been there for you when you needed him the most.
I comprehend your perspective, Mom, but I can't help feeling guilty. What if something happens to him?
Ira, I know this is difficult for you, but you have to remember that your father's illness is not your responsibility. You have your own life to live, and you shouldn't sacrifice your own health and well-being for someone who hasn't shown you the same kindness. Just focus on taking care of yourself and don't let your father's actions make you feel guilty or obligated to do something you don't want to do.
From the conversation with my mother. I also thought about it a lot, but my father's attitude made me sad. After I talked to my mom, Dad stopped texting me, and the gifts didn't appear. Hey Lena. I'm surprised to hear that Dad also contacted you.
Yeah, it's true that
Why didn't you tell Mom sooner?
I didn't tell Mom because I knew he was just trying to take advantage of our blood relationship for his own benefit. I hoped he would give up, but he didn't. That's why he contacted you.
I see. I'm glad I talked to Mom about it. I don't think I would have known what to do if I hadn't talked to her.
Yeah, I'm glad you did too. Dad has a way of making us feel guilty and obligated, but we shouldn't have to sacrifice our own well-being for him.
You're right. It's just hard to say no to someone who's supposed to be your father.
I know, but we have to take care of ourselves first. Dad made his choices, and now he has to live with the consequences.
Wait, so you received messages and gifts from him too?
Yes, he wanted me to donate my marrow to him. But I didn't tell Mom because I knew he was just using our blood relationship for his own benefit.
I can't believe he did the same thing to you. Why didn't you tell me earlier?
I hoped he would give up, but I didn't expect him to contact you as well. I'm glad you talked to Mom about it though.
Lena, I can't believe Dad did this to you too. Why didn't you tell Mom?
I didn't want to upset her or cause any drama. Plus, I hoped Dad would give up and stop bothering me about it. But when he contacted you, I realized he wasn't going to give up.
I'm glad I told Mom about it. She was really angry at first, but then she told me some things I didn't know about Dad. It's clear he's just trying to take advantage of us.
Yeah, it's really messed up. But at least we have each other and Mom to support us. We don't need him in our lives if he's just going to use us.
Exactly. I'm just glad we can talk about this together and support each other through it. After a while we heard that Dad had found a new donor and did not contact us. Turns out all the things my dad did was just so we could help him get better. I have applied for a scholarship to study abroad, which is a happy thing for us right now.